Hello, all. Welcome to my. Sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. Hello, all. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry if this is sort of like an awkward setup. I'm not sure how I want to set up yet. I know it sounds better. Like the audio sounds a lot better with a mic. I just want to figure out how I want to set it up because low key, this is sort of turning into a podcast kind of thing. But I low key want to start talking to you guys while doing something. I was like, maybe next time, like, I'll paint while we chat. I'm not a painter though, but maybe sip a little bit, because of age over here. So lately, I've noticed that I have a real passion for talking. My brain has so much to say, and sometimes I'll be spitting some facts. But no, for real, like sometimes I talk way too much. So here I am talking to you. That's fine. I don't care. I resonate with that. I resonate with talking. Spitting. Not just talking. I have a passion and love for conversations. I do like to contribute to a conversation, but sometimes I do sit a little more silent because I'm listening and I'm trying to take from what they are feeding into me. Because truly, I do learn from the people around me. If I'm being honest, I'm not that quick on my feet, but when I process something, I'm really able to understand it better, understand myself better. Now, I can sit here all day and talk about how much I talk, or we can start today's discussion. But I did just come off from a flight. That's why I don't really have a lot planned. But I did have this in my heart and I wanted to say it and speak it on to whoever is feeling the same kind of way. As you can tell by this title, as you can tell by this title, what we're about to talk about is reasons why we may feel like we're not making any moves. In other words, we may feel unmotivated or stuck. A lot of the times, we all do have the urge to do something in this lifetime. Now, I'm going to speak on some of the reoccurring reasons I feel like to why we may be feeling that way. And I feel a lot of us feel the same way. And trust me, I know that because I'm on the same boat, okay? But I'm breaking the curse that I low key put myself on and embracing a new and improved version of myself. The version that I truly resonate with, embracing a new and improved identity that correlates to the person I truly am and not the barriers that were put onto me, whether it's habits I've been taught or I've learned, and even situational shackles, meaning the environment we were a product of. I'm speaking past tense because we are no longer that product. Without further ado, and that long introduction, I'll be starting, and please let me know if I should start doing activities while talking about certain topics that I and you are passionate about. I think, the next time you see me, I'll be painting a portrait or something, okay? Painting a portrait and talking about the next chapter in our lives. Now, a reason that I wanted to address that may be feeding into why we aren't making moves we want to be making is because we may be pitying ourselves. And if we look up the definition of pity, it is the feeling of sorrow and compassion caused by the sufferings and misfortunes of others. I'd like to add even ourselves. The second definition states a cause for regret or disappointment, feel sorrow for the misfortunes of. Now, putting ourselves in the state of pity can mean, in simple terms, feeling bad for ourselves. We start to allow the noise outside of our head, or even maybe the noise inside of our heads, to override the positive and the progression of your actions and your good thoughts. We start to tell ourselves, sad I didn't get up to do this, or I can't do this because I'm weak, or I'm not capable of being nice because I'm tough and that's how I was raised. It is no longer the feeling of, but an identity you choose to stamp onto yourself. And we have no clue that we're doing this while we're doing this, but we start to diminish ourselves in a way, putting ourselves in a box so we don't allow ourselves to grow or know better. We low-key start to see ourselves as poor-minded. What do you do when you see a homeless person? You feel bad for them because they don't have as much as you do. And that's the same exact category you're putting yourself in when you tell yourself that you're incapable of doing something. When we put a box over a watermelon, as it grows, it takes the shape of that box. But if you take the same watermelon seed and allow it to grow and flourish, it'll grow into a beautiful, plump, juicy, delicious. You get what I'm saying though? You are what you limit yourself to. Another reason that may be feeding into this idea of not moving or progressing is that it may be outside reasons, meaning our environment. And sometimes the environment we create within ourselves. We choose to take the identity of being an addict, or we choose the identity of being poor. Although things like addiction and your surroundings are not easy to escape, releasing that identity and letting go of that thought of you is a step. We don't like to admit it, but we do choose what happened to us in this life. We think that we are so little in this world and that God, the universe, is this big, untouchable thing. I'd also like to add that Kiki Palmer said this on Dr. Oz. She said that we feel like God is so big and that we forget we hold power in our lives as well. And low key, like, does that make God a part of me? Not to get all churchy, but for real, like, if God is what dictates what happens to us and we dictate what happens to us, God is within us, right? Let us sit, let us sit. And some of you may already resonate with this, and some of you may not even agree. All love to you, all love to all of you. But this is how I take hold of my outcomes and my effect on my life. But please share your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to read them and see if we on the same frequency. And if we not, again, love to you. It's just that my wave is waving, okay? Another reason why we may not be making any moves in our lives is because we feel like it's unreachable. Again, going back to that feeling like God is so big, like unreachable, untouchable. We sort of see our goals the same way. And all of the examples I share go hand in hand. It's us limiting our beliefs. And honestly, a lot of it is not our fault. We were just taught these things. Now it's going to be hard, but we're going to unlearn some of these habits that aren't getting us anywhere. Going back to addiction real quick. Me and my brother, we talked about how you may be addicted to something and for a while you've reached your 90-day goal of not touching a cigarette or games all day. And yes, video games and even phone games, like me right here, addicted. And you think to yourself and may feel at the time, yes, I have finally have control over my life and now I can indulge a bit. But as soon as you take that one puff or play that one game, you fall back in. You technically relapse. Don't beat yourself up for it, okay? A lot of the time, that thing we used to be addicted to still holds that same meaning and feeling and emotions of how we felt before when we were addicted to those things. Although now we are changed, those negative emotions can still be attached to that addiction. Now, I'm no expert on addiction, but I speak on experience and others' experiences and share with what I've been taught and what I've observed over the years of living. When you relapse, you start to think those negative thoughts again. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can't get my family this home. I've set myself back. This goal is unreachable. It's crazy how everything really ties down to the internal work we really have to do within ourselves. To unlearn these things, to teach other things, to be kind to ourselves, to stop projecting onto others. After battling with my internal thoughts, I've come to realize that things will happen to me if I am good to things. Money will be good to me if I am good to money. Love will be good to me if I am good to love. I will be good to me if me is good to I. Period. It makes sense though. The internal work really matters. Self-love matters. And don't beat yourself up for the things you did. Cheer yourself on for the things you are doing that'll lead you on to being the person you truly identify with. And beating yourself up for what you did does not help you today. And by the way, that was you is no longer you. I identify myself with being a beautiful, strong, creative, smart, loving, receiving, giving woman. Although I may not be making all those steps in one day to be that person. I will be making at least one step, then two, then three, then boom. Next thing you know, I'm her, I'm she. I am that girl. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover, I'm a supporter, and someone who is just learning their way around. I may fall short at times, but we are people. There is no such thing as perfection, not even with like technology. We just try because trying gives us a sense of purpose. A lot of people feel like they don't have purpose. They don't have a purpose in life. And that's okay. Be your best self for you. And again, don't beat yourself up for it because it'll only set you back. Now, I'm no Mother Teresa, so don't be thinking all highly. But I love people and what they can do in life. But be careful though with this AI stuff. It's getting a little scary. The other day I saw Drake doing a tribute to Ice Spice on TikTok, and I'm like, it looked real and sound real. I'm not gonna lie, I would really love to see someone do an AI concert on Kim Kardashian. She's notoriously known for not like singing, but I don't know, I feel like AI might like, help her out, I low-key like um trash TV too. So I find stuff like that entertaining and interesting. That's all I have to speak on for tonight. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate it. I am low key tired. So I'm gonna go shower. My tummy's rumbling a little bit and go to bed. Maybe have a little snack. But love you so, so, so much. If you'd like to stick around with me on this journey, you are welcome. Come along. Subscribe, like, and comment. And remember to feed your soul. Good night.